I'm Robert Fouten. I'm one of the old geodesy students. Geodesy is one of the predecessors of geomatics, of course. And after my military service, I joined CGI, where I'm now working as a vice president consulting. And CGI is a large Canadian company, roughly 80,000 people working worldwide with us. And we have 600 specialists working with us doing GeoIST work, of whom 80 are located here in the Netherlands. And they work together quite significantly in a very active practice. As said, we work together with the academic field. We have our own research group in the building in Rotterdam, when we can go back to the building, of course, which probably will not be happening before September. And then what is our focus? I think there is a focus on the research that we're doing more or less on operational geo. You will see in one of the presentations today that we do a lot about situation awareness. 3D digital twins is very important for us, and then we have a focus within that world on indoor 3D digital twins, which we use for modeling how to get the data of these buildings in a very fast way into a model. And of course, remote sensing is also part of our specialty, and about that you will see another presentation today.
Hi, I'm Peter. You're an intern at CGI. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Hey, Lawrence. Yes, of course. So I'm an intern at CGI, but I'm also a master student of study Geographic Information Management and Application, GEMA in short. Right, I've just finished writing my thesis for the University of Delft, and I'm now starting an internship.
And what do you think about the working environment at CGI?
Yeah, I think it's very good because, of course, now we have Corona, so everyone, or we don't have Corona, but the Corona situation. So everyone is working from home, and that's working pretty all right. But I liked it way better when we could still just work at the office, because there are more interns there. So there are other students who are also working primarily at their thesis. From different backgrounds, but all related to GeoIST. But there are, of course, also other employees who you can ask and consult about your topic. So I think that's really, really nice. Okay, nice.
You did your thesis at CGI. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, of course. It has three different aspects. The goal is to facilitate first responders with situation awareness. And situation awareness is like a sense of what is going on in an operation environment. They do have quite a good sense of what's going on for outdoor scenarios. So for example, where are fire trucks driving, or how can they navigate best to a certain incident? But they don't have the situation awareness for indoor environments. So the question they asked me is, could you research how we can improve the situation awareness for indoor operations? Because there's very little information available. So for example, there are very few floor plans available to fire departments. Then especially 3D data, well, it's almost unavailable overall. So we will map an environment, so make a 3D model of it, and simultaneously track a first responder while he is navigating that environment.
Carl.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. My name is Carl van Winden. I graduated from Geomatics in 2014, and I've been working for CGI ever since. So I'm working for CGI for almost 6 years now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good. And what kind of projects are you working on?
I'm doing multiple projects for ProRail, which is the National Railway Authority in the Netherlands. And they are responsible for the rail infrastructure and schedule in the Netherlands. And one of the projects that I'm working on is the schema application. This is an application where we developed an algorithm that automatically generates the schematic representation of the railway based on a geographic representation.
That sounds very cool. Can you maybe show us a little bit of this application, if that's possible for you?
Yeah, of course. Onto the map. And we can, for example, zoom into a specific situation. So in this case, that's Putten. By drawing a polygon, we can select the railway tracks that are underneath it, and we see which railway tracks are selected. Then we can draw a reference line that we need to create our schema. And if we generate the schema, it will automatically make a schematic representation of the railway tracks. This is really useful because normally this is done by hand by a lot of people at ProRail, and now we want to automate this. And it also has the advantage that it's faster, but also that it's possible to generate a schema or a schematic representation of a bigger area of the railway.
Can we go back to you and working for CGI? Could you maybe tell me a little bit about working for CGI? How is it, and how do you find CGI actually in the context of working as a geo person?
Yeah, I really like working at CGI, also because we have a big Geo ICT community where a lot of people are working and really focusing on the Geo ICT part of our work. Mm-hmm. And I really like that we're a really transparent company where you can work on big projects and also have nice and fun challenges inside your work. And you really see that we have an impact on day-to-day business for our clients. And besides our challenging projects, CGI also offers a lot of possibilities to grow your career.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Hello, Olga. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Olga and I'm working at CGI now for almost 2 years. I got to know CGI during my master thesis. I wrote my master thesis at CGI in combination with the Ministry of Defense, and I really liked it. I think CGI liked me too, because afterwards they offered me a job.
What projects did you do so far?
I'm now currently working on the Mission Landing Zones project for almost 5 months.
Okay, cool. It's nice that you can work a little bit more on your thesis. Can you give us a demo of the Mission Landing Zones project?
Yes, of course. I will share my screen. In the Mission Landing Zones project, we're calculating where the Ministry of Defense can safely land helicopters. We're doing this by calculating the requirements the Ministry of Defense set. You can think of requirements like the size, the slope of the terrain, and the surface of the terrain. In this case, we're looking at the water. Water is set as a requirement where helicopters cannot land. In this case, we took Sentinel data and we can calculate the water in the area and make it a sublayer. Another example which we use is clouds. Because we don't know what is beneath the clouds, we need to find the clouds and mask them so we can make sure we know exactly where helicopters can land.
Okay, thanks. I think we know enough.
Welcome back, everybody. You've seen the 3 videos about indoor, about schematics, and about remote sensing. And I hope that you like them. And finally, I would like to close this CGI session within the Geo Day to tell a little bit about the internships that you can do at CGI. Of course, we also always look for employees, but I think internships might be at least very interesting to share with you. The internships can be both a normal and short internship or master thesis projects. And what we see is that we do a lot of work together with Geomatics. Both the Indoor Lab and the 3D Geo group at Geomatics are engaged with us. And what we see is that many of the students that do their master thesis with us also write a scientific paper together with us and the university. It's not something that you have to do, but you can do it, and it's sometimes it's very nice. Of course, we contribute to the Geo Day every day, and we give lectures as part of the courses at Geomatics. We've done the GeoWeb thing, and at this moment we also contribute in the synthesis project. And there will be a list of topics that we can share with you, topics for internships that we think about right now. But it would be a little bit too much for this presentation, but there is a complete list, but also we're open for your own ideas about that, of course. With that, I would like to close the CGI talk in this video. Thank you again for participating, and I hope to see you later on. And I know that there will be a special channel for people that want to join us in an open talk afterwards. So please join CGI in this specific meeting afterwards. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, welcome back to the Q&A. As far as I could see, I don't see any questions from the audience, so then I guess I have to ask some questions. You listed, you addressed that there is always space for internships and master theses that they can do in your company. Do you have any specific hot topics that you would really like to have a geomatics student to do for you?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Bastiaan. At this moment, the most of our internships deal with two themes. The first and maybe most important theme for today is all kinds of indoor geomatics, indoor 3D, modeling, positioning, and the link, as you've seen in the movie, with situation awareness. I also strongly suggest you to see the part of the team that is working together with the Veiligheidsregio later today. That's showing quite well on what track we are. The second theme is high precision photogrammetry outdoor. So how can we deal with gathering objects in the outdoor world and position them as well in the highest accuracy that's possible. And so far we used a lot of drone imagery, both LiDAR and photogrammetry imagery to do that. And that's another type of research we're working on. Then there are some very specific themes, but I would also say if somebody's interested in a company like CGI, just come forward and tell us what you want to do. We have a limited number of internship places available at every time. So maybe we say yes, maybe we say no. It's not completely open.
Thank you very much. I do see a question of Peter van Oosten, but I'm not sure if it's related to your presentation. For the real schematics, could these be treated without drawing reference line?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. It relates to our story. Yes, good question. Thank you, Peter. Yes, it can be drawn. What we're doing now is getting the reference line out of the pre-existing data. So far we just draw it manually, which is in the process of developing. This so very handy thing to do, but we will automatically generate this reference line later on in the process.
Okay, very good. Well, it's always also almost time to go to the next presentation. Again, if you want to join CGI for further discussion, come to their Discord channel. I think it will be shared, the link. We share it in the chat box. And then we move on to the next presentation, which is again students. Students presenting their work that was commented by Esri on machine learning and point clouds for indoor feature classification. Thank you very much, CGI, and we'll continue with the rest of the program.